say I wanted you to lend me a fiver.
Right.
You know.
No way.
I know, tonight, you know, yeah,
I'm a tenner.
You know.
Fiver will never get you through the evening, Martin.
But I would wait to catch you at a good moment.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You know, I might have to wait a while, but I wait to catch it. I'll catch you at a good moment. Now, is that me affecting your free will? No, it's not. It's still your free will whether you give me the fiver, but I might wait until the timing is right before I pose the question. That's my free will.
Okay, now, what is behind your choice, if you like, to wait?
Because I'm kind of, well, in that case, I'm waiting. I'm trying to get something for myself. So that sounds selfish, but it might be something I might.
No, but it's a serious question. Is
Yeah.
that an intuitive thing? Is that an inner knowing? Is that a logical thing? You think, well, Glenn won't lend me a fiver until he's in a really good mood.
Well, let's say,
had a few drinks
let's
or
turn
something.
around. I mean, because that example of the fiver sounds like I'm gaining from it, and I want to kind of let's think of an example where I might think it would be really good if you did such and such. You kind of gave a donation to charity.
Okay.
You know, let's say, and I might think that's really good for your soul.
Right. Probably is. Any particular charity in mind?
So I might wait, and that's my intuition. That's me using my kind of own kind of resources, knowing you well. Just because I know you doesn't mean I'm affecting your free will.
Yeah.
Free will isn't affected by my knowing you,
yeah.
and free will isn't. Your free will isn't affected by me waiting for the moment and saying, "Hey, go on, give the guy a fiver." You know, it'll be good. You know, and you say, "Yeah, actually, I will." You know, it may sound that you seem as if you have been manipulated, but actually, your free will hasn't been affected.
But look at your free will. I mean, you're looking at it from. Let's rewind on this.
Yeah.
This is why I asked you about intuition. Look at the origin of it. How does the origin of your, if you like, decision or your choice fit in? So you said it could have been intuitive, right? What is that? Is that free will, or is that some sort of third hand? Is that some sort of guide? That's the point I'm making. I know I have free will to say to you, no, I'm not going to lend you a fiver, I'm not going to pay to charity.
No.
But what I'm talking about, the preceding all of this.
Receiving information doesn't affect my free will. The principle of free will isn't affected by me.
No, it's not that it affects it.
Even if someone came to me and said, "Hey, Glenn's just, he's just heard some good news. Ask him now. This is the moment."
It's a good time to put it.
Even that. It doesn't affect my free will in asking, and it doesn't affect your free will in responding. The circumstances, all those kind of other aspects which people think destroy free will, actually have got nothing to do with free will. They're just the context, the circumstances in which we are applying free will. And we actually have to see that free will can exist quite happily in the midst of all of that.
Let me put it another way. Suppose I don't know whether this is the right question, but I have read somewhere that there's a suggestion that we have, if you like, a blueprint. Okay, just bear with me. We have, like, in a sense, a blueprint that we sort of come with. That it's almost like a roadmap, but it's we still have free will. Right, to turn the corner, to go left, to go right, to go to London, to go to Brighton, to go to Timbuktu or whatever. But there's a blueprint. And that blueprint, if you like, is unconsciously in some way guiding us, or in some way is part of our process, some way is part of our reality. This is what I'm saying, right? So in that blueprint, imagine, right, there's a point in that blueprint that says, Martin is going to say to Glenn, or maybe someone else, right, I'd really like you to make some money to charity. Now, suddenly then you get this intuitive impulse, or this thought comes into your head, I'm going to ask Glenn to put into charity. Now, is that something, where does that fit in? Does that fit in?
That is part of the picture, there is no doubt, but that again does not change the principle of free will. Yes.
No. I know it doesn't change the principle of free will.
The point is that, yes, coming into this life, we're carrying a kind of karmic package,
yes,
which has set up ripples.
Yes.
Now, karma is, they describe it as some karma is in a seed form. It's just sitting there, nothing has manifested from it.
Right.
It's just waiting its time. Some of it has started a little shoot, and some of it's kind of a full flower, and some of it has actually borne fruit. Like they say, your body is that type of parabdha karma, which basically means karma which has already come into fruition. You've got it. You've got a package of DNA, and a type of body.
Okay.
You can play with it during life, but that aspect of the karma has come into being. Other ripples will start to appear. Other shoots are kind of growing. Other seeds are waiting to kind of fructify and appear later. So yes, there is those things which are affecting us, and often as not, we are predictable in our use of free will. But just because we are predictable doesn't mean it's not free will. You're watching the ant crawl across here, and he comes to the piece of sugar, and that's nice. And then he kind of goes there, and you can see, well, he's going to climb. From a higher perspective, you can predict how something is going to use its free will. We're pretty predictable creatures. I may know that, put a chocolate in front of Glenn, and he's going to refuse it
on this occasion.
But
because of my free will.
But just being predictable, being affected by things which are happening around us, which seem to almost oblige us, doesn't deny free will either.
Yeah.
It may appear that we're following a kind of path almost determined by us, but only because we're allowing ourselves to be quite predictable in our use of free will. And if I know someone well, we kind of have an idea. So free will isn't something so unfathomable to others, that...
Is it free will or is it free choice?
Well, free choice...
That's the difference, isn't
free
it?
choice comes from something innate that is... There's some kind of aspect of total independence within us. And, the part of the Hindu tradition I follow, actually believe that each soul contains swarat, that aspect of independence. Now, it's not huge, but there is an aspect of pure independence which is the source of free will, which you can never ever take from us. Now, often we allow our sense of free will just to become so determined by others. We surrender ourselves to others. We surrender ourselves to circumstances. We don't try to make adjustments in what, we just allow ourselves to be buffeted around and pushed around in the choices we make, So often we do surrender it on a very, kind of day-to-day level. But that doesn't mean that it's not there and it's not waiting for our use. And I do believe that the universe kind of is reading and waiting for that good moment to say to us, do you want to make a change? Do you want to, this is...
Okay.
That the opportunities come.
Okay.
And we will be read. I believe the universe is reading us and thinking, this would be a great moment,
Yes, I see.
And an opportunity
so that
to
does
open...
imply a blueprint then?
Well, the blueprint, I think, is the karmic effect.
Okay.
But there's also this other aspect, which... I think the karmic effect is delivered by Kala. But there's also, if you like, a higher hand, a higher benevolent kind of...
Yes, well, this is what I'm
force,
getting at.
or, the hand of God, as you said earlier, which is watching and seeing when is that moment that we're likely to exercise, our choice and our free will in a kind of way that would really benefit ourselves and others. And I think it bides its time.